so good. Are you all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Dahnans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Dahnans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Dahnans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Dahnan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Dahnans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Beifong tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Dahnans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almeidrea?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almeidrea did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almadria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Dahnans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Dahnan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cislodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world, and yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things, too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dahna. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Alnadria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Shion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahagsar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelselik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought it was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Dahnan in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
No choice.
Bring him down!
You're mine!
One more!
Strike!
Magna Ray! Tiger Blade! Magna Ray!
That may prove a thorn in my side.
Engaging!
Dragon Swarm!
Freezing
You're
Storm!
mine! Dragon Swarm!
Ready and ready!
Orochi Fury!
Lightning! Downfall!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And pummeling to me!
Flame of Fury!
Orochi Fury! Plasma Shock!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
A comfortable win. Let's see what you've got.
Armor won't save you!
My wheels!
What's for the range attack?
I see one, eh? Where's the fury?
I'm ready! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Not a chance! I'm not done! You apart. Rising Falcon! This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Got it! I won't forgive you!
In a bind?
Radiant, pass it home!
I'm not done!
Wonder Blade!
It's go time!
Do it!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Now!
Radiant, lock here!
What?
Ground and power! Lunar
Take it! Crescent Fly!
Dragon form! Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I'm ready for the next battle. That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Now you see what I can do!
Like the Take down their defenses! Now or never! Orochi Fury! Its armor's too strong! Be my guest! Rising Orochi Fury! Shattering the... Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Radiant
The enemy will Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Nicely done.
Coming through!
Not as Skywalk!
Switch Megasonic Thrust!
I can read your moves like a book. Astral Energy!
Say no more! Now! I'm not done!
Annihilation!
Release! We're not finished!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Pierce Evil!
I'm not done!
Dazzling Spin!
Orochi Fury!
Make it break!
All yours, Kisara!
I can feel my power growing!
Get lost!
You got spirit! Megasonic Thrust!
Art Seal! Great Strike!
So much for talking it out!
Now you'll learn!
How about this? Demon Fury!
Orochi Fury!
Glacial Warrior Blade!
Dragon Form! Damn it, Bennett! Burn!
You see this coming?
Orochi Fury!
I'm ready!
Do Halim!
All yours, Kisara!
Not a chance!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Let's see what you've got.
I can carve through armor! My Neosonic Thrust!
Freezing
Dragon
storm!
Form! Here I come!
You think that shield will save you? This one's mine! None of
fortification ruined.
Dragon Swarm!
Piercing
It's over! Damn it, Bennett! Dragon Swarm! Take this! I'm not done! You picked the wrong fight!
Ready and ready! I'm ready!
Shield! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Rondo!
Freeze Laser!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! I'm practically unstoppable.
Out of our way!
Got you now!
I'll grind you into dust!
You're mine! Orochi's Fury!
I'm the true gun!
I'm ready!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Now! Here I come, will ya? Strike!
Elusive Fiend!
Here I come!
Flaming meteor!
Orochi's Fury! Dragon Swarm! Orochi's Fury! Not today! You won't make a fool of me! While it's reeling!
Take it down! Hurricane Strike! On your ready! You're lost!
Orochi's Fury!
Lightning!
Come back!
Now! Keep right down!
Orochi's Fury!
Appreciate the help!
They smite Dragon Swarm! On your knees!
Tiger Blade!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
You're mine! This one's all mine! Plasma Shock! Stardust!
Spear! Pierce Hurricane Strike! Lightning Strike!
I'll beat you with!
Time to shine!
Dragon Swarm!
Pierce Evil!
Here I come! Come back, will ya?
Bloody howling!
You escape!
Freezing Storm! Ice Tornado!
On your knees!
Judgment
Can you try harder? What did you do?
Tiger Blade!
I'm ready!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Get out of this!
Here I come!
Hurricane
You
Strike!
escape!
Lightning Strike!
Dragon Swarm!
Piercing negative gate!
Ignite!
You're all Here's a water!
Dragon Swarm! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
My turn!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And pummeling to me!
You're mine!
Lunar Corruption! Lunar
Dragon
Blast!
Swarm!
What's that? You're finished! They smite with blackened piercing ring! I'm ready!
Remote!
Astral Energy!
Say no more. Looks like we won. These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zoogles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here. This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place.
An opponent like this should be easy.
For my lord!
Did you see this?
Glacial Fire!
I'm going in! The rebel! Stop them! Dragon Swarm!
Appreciate the help.
We've got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
An astral all yours.
Orochi's Fury!
Hurricane Strike!
Burn it out!
This one's mine!
Orochi's Fury! We did it!
It's always too strong! Split it open!
Be my guest!
Here goes! Now you see what I can do!
Like Steel Dragon Form!
Hurricane Strike! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Not a chance!
Mega Ray! Back into the fray!
I owe you
Shield and face! Mega Ray! Annihilation!
Orochi's Fury!
Raging Lunar!
Orochi's Fury!
Hurricane Strike!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Will this help?
Here I come!
Just healing! Tiger Blade!
Anything in order!
Gemini Aqua!
Here I come! I'm not
Mega
done!
Ray! This one's mine! Annihilation!
Orochi's Fury!
Bestow thy
How
mystic
about
mercy!
this? Pierce evil!
I can carve through armor! Very circle!
Appreciate the help! Piercing
Here I
roll!
come! Orochi's Fury!
Lightning strike!
Elusive beam!
Gemini Aqua!
You picked the wrong fight!
Lightning! Hurricane strike! Lightning strike!
Raging Lunar Storm!
I'm ready! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
They really made us work for that one. I won't forgive you!
Dragon Form!
Not in your dreams! Here goes!
Switch to offense!
Elusive Here I come! Dragon Form!
Strike! Hurricane strike!
Orochi's Fury!
Lightning strike!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for your...
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
My turn!
One more!
I'm not done!
Thank you!
Orochi's Fury!
Mega Ray!
It's on!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
Take this! Dragon Form!
Captivity!
All in order!
Going in! Hurricane
Do it!
Rising Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I've been doing really great lately.
Out of our way! Not in your dreams!
Can you take it?
Try harder!
Will this help
Take
God?
this! I won't show you any mercy!
You've got damage, ready! Shine!
Lightning!
I owe you one for that!
Orochi's
Here
Fury!
I
Here!
Orochi's Fury!
Fear! Here's evil!
I'm not done!
Dragon
Radio!
You're finished!
Here goes!
Discharge!
What in the world? Don't worry. I'm alright.
Here I come!
I'm still standing. Another incantation ruined.
Appreciate
It's
the
over!
help! Tiger Blade!
Downfall!
Take this!
This one's mine! Will this help?
Dragon Form!
Hurricane strike! Healing in the
Orochi's Fury!
I can only rely on
No escape!
Mega Ray!
annihilation!
Orochi's Fury! Ignite!
Discharge!
Try hard! My turn! No escape!
Laser fire! Mega Ray!
Dragon Form!
Power of water!
I'm not done!
Tiger Blade! Blackened blade!
Orochi's Fury!
Armor won't save you!
Glacial
It's over!
fire! Tiger Blade!
Captivity!
Falling storm! Lunar
Dragon Form!
Lunar power! Round and
Orochi's
pound!
Fury!
I'll thank you!
And more than can all burn out!
Can't get out of
I
this!
owe you one!
Tiger Blade! Lion power!
Burn!
Radiant
Take this!
Can you take it? Take this!
Orochi's Fury!
Piercing roll!
Dragon Form!
Here's evil!
Take this! No escape! Behold! The Earth pulse! Tectonic vision!
Here, let me help. This one's mine.
Strike! Penumbra!
Ice tornado! Time to shine. Here, let me help.
One keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Dragon got it! I'll leave it to you!
Piercing roar!
Lunar eruption!
Not today! Down on the ground!
Lunar
This
blast!
one's mine.
Dragon swarm! Eagle ray! Roach's fury!
Where are you going?
Down on the ground!
Confiscated! Lunar corruption! Glacial blast!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
That equipment should come in handy.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
A barrier. That may indicate Almadria is near.
Then we've got to find a way to get through somehow.
Let's see if we can find something that'll release it.
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
What is this? Let's dispose of the trash.
It's anything! You're mine!
Instant!
Tell me, have you ever considered your
Down! I'll take you all on!
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest!
Flare the Malisa!
You're mine! Pistol! Pile driver! My deal fury! Dragon swarm!
Do it, Jubilee!
All yours, Kisara!
Everyone hanging in there?
Out of our way!
Here goes!
Now you'll learn! Roach's fury!
Lightning strike!
Dragon swarm! Too late to talk over our differences. You picked the wrong fight! You got to spirit! Dragon Swarm!
It's in the sky, it's mine! Downfall!
Penumbra!
Here's a hero!
I owe you one for that! I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact block! Not a chance!
Here I go!
Look sharp! Light the shot! You're mine! Rising Falcon! You
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Out of my way! For my lord! I won't save you! My shield!
Falling storm!
Take this! Raging Luna Storm! It's over!
By the power of Begin!
Dragon Swarm!
Discharge!
Here I come!
Lunar
We're not
corruption!
finished!
Lunar blast!
Orochi Fury! Captivity! Plasma Shock!
Lunar corruption!
Out of the way!
By the power of water!
It's over!
Going in.
Orochi Fury!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning!
I'm ready! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Now!
Cyan Instant!
Too fast!
Stand back!
I'll trip it up!
Hurricane
Take
Fire
this!
Water!
Dragon
Lightning
Swarm!
Strike!
Take this!
Time to die!
Move escape! Black and Orochi Fury!
Lightning Strike! Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
You're saying we should check the owl?
This'll make us even more formidable.
No choice! I see one, eh? Armor won't stick! My shield is fury! You're mine! Strike! I owe you one! Fury! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Falling storm! Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
Resonate with you! Dragon Swarm! Not a chance! Strike!
Here, let me have
Orochi Fury!
Rain!
Dragon Swarm! Orochi Fury! Here I come! Strike!
Water, hear my call!
Next, my turn!
Here's the evil!
Orochi Fury!
Time to shine!
Here I go!
Strike!
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning strike!
Here!
They smite with lightning strike!
Burn! You won't make a fool of me! Orochi Fury!
Glacial punch!
Dragon Swarm!
Healing circle!
Orochi Fury!
Nothing can escape my judgment!
Die! Dragon Swarm! Elusive Deity! I'll smash you! I'll keep you mine! Elusive Deity!
Here!
Soaring Blast!
Hurricane of Fury! Burning lightning!
Can you take it? Does it hurt?
Hurricane strike!
Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
Captivity!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well,
Out of my way!
Orochi Fury! You're mine! Strike! Orochi Fury!
They really don't give up, do they?
Dragon Flying Spree!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
That's my cue.
Shut him down! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Orochi Fury! Burn! Fury! You're mine!
I'm ready!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I feel sprightlier than before.
I won't forgive you!
Bring him down!
Elusive deity! Take this!
Orochi's Fury!
Raging Luna!
Dragon down!
Glacier Speed!
Orochi's Fury!
I'm ready!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Could have been...
All mine! Elusive deity!
By the power of
Can you take it?
Orochi's Fury!
With the earth!
Dragon
Tiger
Swarm!
Blade!
Orochi's Fury! Blue Escape!
Hear my call!
Air pressure!
Hurricane
I'm ready!
Astral energy!
Say no more! My turn!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and pummeling to me.
Take this! Dragon Swarm! Orochi's Fury!
Execution!
Let me see what I can do.
I'm ready! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
If you want me to keep healing you, I'm gonna need to rest up.
Sounds prudent.
opponent like this should be easy. Now you'll learn! Don't resist!
By the power of
Storm!
Mega Ray!
Clear for us.
It can hide itself? Amazing! Got you now! Dragon Form! Oh, not done!
Wait, here's a healing orb.
Negative gate! Roasted Fury! You're mine! Roasted Fury! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! My turn! Radiant Light!
This one's mine!
You're
Down! You're off!
I'm nothing!
Lightning strike!
Burn in heaven! Go time! Dragon Swarm! Roasted Fury!
In a bind?
Hurricane strike!
None shall escape my judgment.
Dragon Swarm!
Down on the ground!
I'm all stuffed up.
On your knees! Roasted Fury!
Here, let me help. First aid!
Appreciate the help!
I'm not done!
Negative Tiger Blade! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
I'll heal you all.
I'm not done! Dragon Swarm!
Lunar
You're
corruption.
finished!
By the power of
You're
water!
mine!
Lightning strike!
Roasted Fury!
Radiant
No
light!
escape!
Of regeneration!
Dragon Swarm!
Wait!
This one's all mine!
Tiger Blade!
I was fine now.
On your knees!
Here, let me help!
First aid!
Roasted Fury!
Corruption.
Eat this! Like you! Now! While it's reeling!
Take it down.
Hurricane
Dragon Swarm! Megasonic Thrust!
Fury flare. Where are you going?
They smite with blackened through. This one's all
None
mine!
shall escape my judgment.
Not today! Here I come! Dragon Swarm! Roasted Fury!
On your
Dragon Swarm!
Healing circle.
Try harder!
Another incantation ruined.
You made me
A charge
angry.
like that could
Now
easily
come
be
back. Just as well, I'm here to start.
Will this help?
I'm going.
Dragon Swarm!
Plenty left.
Roasted
I don't
Fury!
have much left. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa!
You're mine! Strike! Come quietly!
Hurricane
Dragon
Blade!
Swarm!
Our arts are being interrupted.
Searing flame.
One big wait!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that.
Mirror escape!
Glacial
Roasted
Fire!
Fury! This one's all... Mine! And I'm right back, will ya?
On your knees.
This isn't ideal. Shot!
The new
Don't leave it!
Plenty left.
Destruction! Eat dirt!
Raging rules.
You're mine!
Pierce evil.
Does it hurt?
Freeze Lancer.
Dragon Swarm!
Heat Spear. Pierce evil.
Roasted Fury! Penumbra!
Make it way!
Come out!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Now!
Flame of Fury.
Ignite! You won't make a fool of me! Dragon Swarm!
Freeze Lancer.
Make it way!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Fighting in this state isn't advisable.